Welcome to Lesson 7-1. That's right, it's the first lesson of Topic 7. Today we're going to be talking about area of parallelograms and rhombuses. We're going to use your knowledge of rectangles and build upon that to do some new things here. So here we go. We're trying to find the area of a parallelogram. And here's just a generic parallelogram. And as you might recall from earlier grades, a parallelogram has opposite sides that are parallel to each other. And they are also congruent to each other. So here we go. We have this parallelogram, and it has a base of B and a height of H. And the height is a perpendicular, it means a right angle, off the base to the next. It's the distance between the two parallel sides, really, is what it is. Now, you already know the area of a rectangle. What if I had a rectangle that had dimensions of B by H? The length was B, the width was H, or in this case we're calling it the base and the height. Well, the area of that is going to be just your base times your height, right? That's all it is. Your length times your width. That's the area. Now, notice this. If I take this and I bring it over to here, on top of my parallelogram, you'll notice that I can decompose that parallelogram and come up with a rectangle. In other words, I could take this triangle right here, and I could cut it off and attach it to the other side, and I get that rectangle that I had before. And so, very simply put, the area of any parallelogram is just base times height. Doesn't matter whether that parallelogram has right angles and we call it a rectangle, or if the angles are not right angles and it's just plain old parallelogram. So there you go. The formula for a parallelogram is exactly the same as a rectangle. So here's the problem. Find the area of the parallelogram. Now, every time you go to solve one of these problems, you're going to be really particular about it. You're going to start by writing the formula. Area is base times height. You're not going to skip that step. You're going to write that down. Then you're going to fill in the parts that you know. I know the base is 7 centimeters. And I know the height is 4 5/10 centimeters. And I put those in parentheses because I'm substituting them in. Okay, B becomes 7 and H becomes 4 5/10. And now I'm going to do my multiplying on the side. And I get 31 5/10 centimeters squared. That's right, centimeters times centimeters is centimeters squared. Just like 4 times 4 is 4 to the second power. Okay? So there you go. We have units, we have our formula, and everything is golden. All right, well, here we go. Now we're finding the area of a rhombus. Now, a rhombus is a parallelogram. So the formula is the same. I don't know why we're calling it a different part. It just happens to be a parallelogram with 4 congruent sides. So we start with area equals base times height. Then we substitute in our numbers for our variables. There you go, with units. And then I'm going to do my multiplying on the side. And I get 11 4/10 centimeters to the second power centimeters squared, or square centimeters. I circle my answer, and I am good to go. All right, now instead of finding the area, we're finding the base or height if they're missing. So same thing. I'm going to start with my formula. Area equals base times height. I'm going to fill in what I know. It tells me the area is 72 meters squared. And that's equal to the base is 12 meters. And I have the height. I don't know what the height is. How do I get rid of a times 12? I divide by 12, both sides. And I get my height is 6 meters. Because meters squared divided by meters, okay, this is 12 meters. I should have put those units there. Is just meters, right? Because this is meters times meters divided by meters, and I'm left with just meters. Here are 2 for you to try. There's a little bit of a glitch here. I don't know if that came out on your paper or not. That's 135 inches squared. So start off by writing your formula. Then substitute in for each of the variables that you know, and then solve for the variable that you don't know. Work through all those examples, and then we'll go over them in class. Have a great evening, or morning, or day.
Who's that down below? He's pounding at my door. Said Liza Green, it's downright mean to wake me up from a pleasant dream. It feels came the reply, for I come to say